and welcome you back to another edition of Dirty Talk. I am your host, Dirty Cuts, and I'm here with the lovely
BP. What up? What up?
All right, so today we have a very interesting brother on the show. This guy has been around the world and back again, and he's here to be your friend. Okay, my boy, your boy, the man, Belvin, Jessup, aka Supreme. Welcome to the show, brother.
Pleasure being here. Pleasure being here. Feel like a family atmosphere already. Family atmosphere.
That's what's up, man. Welcome to the show, man. Welcome to the show, man. Peace be unto you. Okay, so let's get it cracking, man. What brings you on the show today?
Vision. Material, manifestation. I seen the show, watched a couple episodes, seen the people that's involved, saw us in my hometown. I said, I'm going to be on that show one day. Okay. I didn't know when, I didn't ask nobody, but it brought me here. Yeah, it just felt right, brought me here. I've been knowing Brittany for a long time, Raheem for a long time. I saw they was involved with the show. I saw the good interviews y'all was doing with Josh and a couple other people that I saw. So that's a good,
I'm glad
good platform to get some of my information out there.
Brother. I appreciate it. Man.
Appreciate y'all.
We've been working hard, diligently, and consistently.
Definitely.
And we definitely got a vision for where we want to be at with this show. You know what I'm saying? In the future.
Mm-hmm. And that's where it started with a vision.
That's why I was like, oh yeah.
Right. You got to be able to see it in your mind first to make it happen, because everything starts in the mind first. So that's what I deal with is the mind. So yeah, definitely.
Okay, so let's, we're gonna get on into the format, and I know I'm gonna go off my format, and I know you know on purpose. So we gonna get this. Gonna be good. This gonna be good right here. So let's go on. Let's start. I like to do a format where we start. We go with the past, the present, then. We're going to go into the future.
Definitely.
All right, so from my understanding, from what I hear, is that you was a preacher's kid, or you not a preacher's kid, but you grew up in the church.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, let's go to that.
Church is definitely my upbringing. My father, longtime minister in Winston-Salem. He was a minister at St. Paul United Methodist Church right there off of 311. That's where I grew up here.
Okay.
Right there on the east side. But he was a minister. I'm the youngest. I have an older brother, older sister, and I'm the youngest. So he's been a minister way before I was born. So yeah, I had that in my blood. They always say, watch the minister's kids. They turn out real bad or real good. And,
right.
It's been a lot of people. Whether people know it or not, Malcolm X, I was a preacher's son. Elijah Muhammad was a preacher's son. It's a lot of preacher's sons that go on and do special things and. I'm just following that footstep. So yeah, definitely grew up in the church. Love that upbringing. Taught me a lot, and that's where it started at. Church and Winston-Salem. Definitely a Winston-Salem native.
So I'm going to alley-oop on off of that what you just said, and it's interesting that you brought up the great Elijah Muhammad and Brother Malcolm. And so I also did my research and said that you're a part of the 5% Nation.
That's
true. And I know that the 5% Nation really is led by Clarence X13.
Clarence 13, as we call him, a law. Okay. That might be derogatory to some brothers. They might not associate the Clarence 13X name. Most people call him a law because that was the name they called him on the street.
Right.
But yeah, ever since
that was his name when he left the
definitely. He was the 13th brother named Clarence in the mosque, so that's why they got 13X. If you was John and it was 44 John before that, you was John 44X. You feel what I'm saying? So definitely I grew up in that. I would say around teenage years, hip hop.
Hip hop definitely rooted in hip hop.
Right, hip hop is what turned me on to the 5% Nation. To this day, my favorite MC is Rakim. In a video, Move the Crowd for all the youngsters. You want to YouTube it. He got all these symbols with the 7 and the star. Right. I always wondered what that was. Right, in North Carolina, I didn't know.
Yeah. I mean, we're in the Bible.
Right. So I grew up and I got an understanding of that when I'll say around 92. around my time going to Winston-Salem State. I'm a graduate of Winston-Salem State as well. I don't know if you was going to hit that.
Yeah, you know, that was that rambling.
Right,
you know
right. So that's when I started studying, reading books. Like I said, I already had a religious background, but I always had questions. I was kind of hard-headed and had my own ways and had to find my own answers. So that's what led me to the 5%. And I'm one of those, I will always be a 5%er, no matter what. A lot of times when I'm doing videos, I'm talking about hypnosis and the subconscious mind. That has, or the chakras, that doesn't have anything to do with the lessons or things of that nature, but it's still the same mindset, making yourself great, knowing your culture, knowing, having knowledge of yourself and things of that nature. So yeah, it definitely made me the person I am today.
So basically molded you.
Right, definitely.
What led to your business now?
Okay. So after I graduated from Winston-Salem State, I moved to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Oh Lord!
I always had ties in Philadelphia. I lived in Philadelphia. I probably lived there 7-8 years. I lived up Germantown Avenue, Germantown to Allen's Lane, all the way up.
Allentown?
No, not Allentown. All the way up Germantown Avenue.
Okay.
I live right behind the Wawa.
Okay.
Wawa's a famous store.
I remember Wawa. Boy,
Right behind the Wawa. They building one in North Carolina too.
For real?
Yeah. They building a
Oh
Wawa
my
in North
God!
Carolina.
Boy, the morning I used to get that morning sub with the eggs.
They got the turkey sausage. Yeah.
I'm telling you, boy,
That's a famous store in Philly.
And then, you know me, I had to be a fat boy about it. Them cinnamon rolls.
Oh yeah.
And it was freshly baked.
Everything freshly made in the Wawa.
But I used to put it in. I used to drive a truck. You know, I used to run cable, and I used to put that baby in the on the dash so the sun can bake that mug and warm up for the whole day. So by my lunchtime, that thing was ready and crispy. That thing was right.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to the Wawa.
Yeah, shout out to the Wawa. So I worked in mental health. I started working in mental health in Philadelphia. I started working with kids. Worked in North Philly, South Philly, West. I worked all over Philadelphia in the years. That's why I started working in mental health. And that's what led me up to the business that I am working in now, still dealing with mental health, is HypnoWorks. I deal with the subconscious mind, helping people get rid of anxiety, negative thought patterns, behaviors without medication. So all dealing with meditation, deep breathing techniques, trance work. A lot of people have a lot of misconceptions about what hypnosis is, but you go in different stages of hypnosis, whether you know it or not, all throughout your day. Because it's dealing with the 5 stages of brain activity, which is dealing with beta, alpha, theta, and delta. Beta is like what we're doing now. We're critical thinking. We're analyzing our thoughts and things of that nature. That's critical thinking.
So that's the low thing. That's the lowest.
Right. That's beta.
Because you said beta. Because I know the beta is like land.
Right. It's conscious thinking, critical thinking.
Okay.
So it's a good thing.
I got you.
When somebody talking to you, you want to be able to understand. So you're critically, analyzing what they're saying. So you need that beta stage.
So it's saying bring you down to earth.
Right. Conscious stage. So then you got your alpha stage. That's light relaxation. You can do a lot within the alpha stage. You go in and out of alpha stages when you're in love, when you're driving on the highway. They call that highway hypnosis. When you're thinking about a past memory, anything that's dealing with memories, things of the past, that's all dealing with your subconscious. Then you got your theta stage. That's the stage that's hyper interactive stage. Children start off in a theta stage from 0 to 6 years old. That's a stage of higher learning. A child has to learn a lot between the age of 0 to 6. So in psychology, they teach people that you are who you are at 7 years old or 6 years old, because all your personality has already been formed during that stage period. So it's very important what you tell a child during that stage period, because the subconscious mind is a memory and it's a computer. Whether you remember it or not, it's going to remember everything that happened, and it's going to affect you in some form or fashion, especially in the future. So then after that, you got delta, and delta brainwaves deal with sleep. That's when you actually going to sleep, having dreams, rapid eye movement in psychology and things of that nature. So it's all different stages you go through, but you go through those stages throughout the day. But a lot of people, like I said, have misconceptions about hypnosis. So I just call it group meditation or guided meditation. But hypnosis is just a name that they put on
Yeah,
this,
because I was
this
about
type
to
of
ask you,
phenomenon, right?
I was like, do you do the clink, 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 clink,
Right,
clink,
right,
like off a Get Out,
right,
you know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
And your boy just fell. He was like, oh.
Well, there's a difference between stage hypnosis and hypnotherapy. Mine is an actual therapy.
I'm silly, man.
No, you good. You good. No, you're supposed to be like that. But yeah. Stage hypnosis is for,
So you can do that.
silly. Yeah,
You can be like,
get on stage,
oh no, I'm talking about the.
Oh yeah.
And the motherfucker be like,
Oh yeah. It deals with concentration, focus, and relaxation. So I can't do anything to a person that doesn't want it to be done to them. You feel what I'm saying? You have to accept it.
no, okay, no. This may be way left field.
Go ahead, come on.
But I'm a YouTuber, and I was looking at about this guy named Edgar Allan
Poe.
Okay.
And they would put him under hypnosis, and he would tell the future. You know,
Edward Cayce or Edward?
It might have been Cayce.
Cayce. I know you're talking about. Yeah. Cayce. No, you're right. Cayce. I'm with you though. I'm with you because I studied Cayce.
Okay, so I thought about it, and I was like, damn, I wonder if this brother know how to do that type of hypnosis. Is it on that level?
It's on that level. Yeah, Cayce was considered a medium, and mediumistic trance is where, let's say, you don't want to go through trance, so I go through trance for you. So let's say you have an issue, you might have something that happened to you in your past. You say, well, I don't want to do it. So he's a medium, like an in-between. He's the middleman. Yeah. He'll go through trance for you. So Edward Cayce, he would lay on the table and he would, go through mediumistic trance for other people and find out, things that need to be healed for, things that they needed from their past. So he would just do the technique for them. He would go into the subconscious and find the answer they was looking for if they didn't want to be if they didn't want to be practiced on themselves. So yeah, I've heard of Edward Cayce. Study him. Study him as well. There's a lot of famous people. Mike Tyson, Customato, brought Mike Tyson, young Mike Tyson. He'll tell you pull it up on YouTube, he'll tell you he was hypnotized. Tiger Woods. A lot of people go through this type of training. A lot of athletes, a lot of actresses and actors, just to keep you focused, remember your lines, everything starts in the mind. So I tell people it's an unlimited amount of things that I can help a person with because everything starts in the mind. So yeah, I definitely do the Edward Cayce type of trances and things of that nature. So yeah. Cool.
So let me ask you a question. Let's double back. You said you work with children.
Yes.
A lot of children in like group home settings, having mental issues and things like that. After the age of 18, a lot of them no longer qualify for certain services. So they're moved out of homes, they're moved out of the stability, out into the community. So do you recommend hypnosis? Is there something? Do you recommend hypnosis for those children or adulting children to continue some type of therapy, or do you recommend them just going straight on to the medications and just keeping it right there with no additional therapies?
It all depends on the person. Everyone is unique like a snowflake, like a fingerprint.
Yeah.
So your mind is your mind. You feel what I'm saying? So if a person is willing to go through this type of treatment, it's going to be beneficial. I haven't met anybody, and I'm just to toot my own horn, that hasn't benefited from a session with me in some form or fashion. So if a person that's over 18 that's willing, like I said, I can't do something to you that you don't want to be done. Like it's a person, let's say if a person, one of the most famous things that hypnosis is known for is stop smoking. That's actually kind of what it was made for, to help people stop smoking cigarettes. So if a person doesn't want to stop smoking, I can't help you. But if you just need that certain push, like I've been smoking for 30 years and I tried to patch, I can't, that's the person I'm, because you're willing, you're ready for it. So if a person is 18 or 85, it doesn't matter. The mind is the most powerful thing that we have. And like we said, it makes everything come into existence in your life. Your life is a representation of your thoughts, or as a man thinketh, so is he, out the Bible. You feel what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So you got to definitely make sure you're feeding yourself the right thoughts, because a lot of times we feed ourselves the wrong thoughts. I call them repeat repeat offenders, repeat thought offenders. We repeatedly disrespect ourselves, whether we know it or not. We might say we're not good enough, we're not pretty enough, I don't have enough money. Just constantly defeating yourself in your own mind. Nobody hears you saying it but you. Guess what? You hypnotizing yourself. You've hypnotized yourself to defeat yourself.
Wow.
And you can hypnotize yourself to, replace those negative thoughts with positive thoughts that's going to be help you win and reach your goals and things of that nature. So it's all about programming your mind. And whether you know it or not, being in front of the TV, being in front of the computer, that's all programming your mind. Every music, like, I don't want to bring up Kanye West, but I just did. He was talking about the same beat repetitively, saying over and over, I'm going to kill somebody, I'm going to shoot somebody. That goes in your head. You're hypnotized, and you keep on, anything you listen to repetitively.
And they benefit off
right. Because and when I'm doing a session, I'm going to say the same thing over and over.
They benefit off of it in so many ways. And I know, God bless the brother's soul. I hope they don't take him up out of here. Because he is a beautiful mind. He has a beautiful mind. And just with that statement, they do benefit. They benefit off somebody dying. Oh yeah. Somebody shooting. Oh yeah. Bullets. Oh yeah. The guns. Oh yeah. The music. The publishing. There's so many ways they making money off of just
culture vultures. Chant. Right, culture vultures.
You know what I'm saying? And then when you chant something like that, that's actually a spell.
That
you
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I totally agree with the brother, but that's his life he chose to live. True.
So let me ask you this too. There's no money in the cure. So when I asked about medicine, it's like they would rather keep us on anxiety pills, on schizophrenia medication and stuff like that. Have you ever worked with some of those kids or adults with schizophrenia or with ADHD and all of that stuff like that to help them kind of come out of that state?
Right. Well, I don't want to get caught up in the Dr. Sebi thing, because Dr. Sebi, they charged him for practicing medicine without a license.
Oh, okay.
So I don't tell people to stop taking medication. Most of the time people was like, this medication is making me sick in the morning. It's some type of side effect that makes them want to stop it. Like, it's just not agreeing with my body. So that's usually when a person comes to me, and I will give them alternatives to that medication, because like you said, they want to keep you coming back as a business. Mine is a business too, but I want the results. I pride myself on helping people get rid of anxiety. Helping, like, you see me 2 or 3 sessions, you're not going to be depressed. Or you're going to be very much less depressed than you was before you saw me. Because it's a lifestyle change. Just like I said, the thoughts that you put in your head that nobody else hears, we got to replace those with positive thoughts and just a whole positive outlook and using your imagination and visualization to get what you want. So those are it's not my mind and what I want, it's what you want.
Okay.
So in a session, I write down everything that you want in your words, because you have your own particular way of talking to your brain. And those are the things that I implement back into the session when I actually relax you and put you in that trance. Like, say, I give you what you want, not what I want.
Okay.
So, so I'm very good with helping people being with the anxiousness and anxiety, and because that's just dealing with raising your heartbeat, calming you down, making you think before you react. Even with helping people with food. A lot of people want to stop eating carbs or something like that. Think before you put anything into your body. You feel what I'm saying? It's just the consciousness of being aware of being conscious of being conscious. You feel what I'm saying? Being aware of what you're doing. A lot of things that we do, scientists say. So a cat named Dr. Bruce Lipton, you can look him up. I watch him on YouTube, but I only brought him up to bring a point because he's a doctor, and he'll tell you that 90% of your day you spend in your subconscious mind. So you're actually doing the same thing over and over again, week to week, month to month, year to year, whether you know it or not. So in order for you to reach a higher power, you have to think outside the box. They said we only use 10% of our brain. Right. So what if we use 11%, 12%?
So check this, man. What would you call futuristic thinking? Something that hasn't happened yet, but I'm always constantly thinking of something that can happen in the future, or you worried about something that's gonna happen in the future. and you just like, okay, I got to get it together, or like, God damn it, I see it coming, but
Right.
I know it's coming. I see it coming.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What would you call that, man?
Well,
is that some form of anxiety?
It can be if you let it get to you. If it gets to the point where it's stopping you from doing your daily activities. But I teach, and most psychologists that teach wellness, they teach you something called mindfulness. Mindfulness is, most people spend a lot of times in the past, things that happened to them in the past, or they have a lot of anxiety about things they want to happen in the future. Be in the moment. Stay in the moment, and knowing that what you're doing right now is going to make what you want in your head to happen in the future. So you don't have to worry about it. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I know that we doing this podcast and we be consistent with these podcasts, and my numbers going to go up and blah, blah, blah is going to happen. I know it's going to happen. You feel what I'm saying? I'm in the moment, not thinking about, well, a year from now. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of people get anxiety and frustration not based upon what's going on right now, what happened in the past, or what they think was going to happen in the future. You feel what I'm saying? So mindfulness is dealing with now. Right now I'm healthy. Right now my kids is good. Right now I'm breathing well. Right now I got air in my lungs. You feel what I'm saying? Now is what it's all about right now. You feel what I'm saying? Because the future and the past, those are all just illusions.
Right.
You know what I mean? They just in your head. You feel what I'm saying? But right now is what's going on now. You feel what I'm saying? So be gracious of what's going on right now. Being mindful. Like I said, being conscious of being conscious. So that's what it's all about.
Right.
Mhm.
That's crazy.
Well, first of all, I'm gonna tell you like this. I done been hypnotized by this man right here.
Okay, so you don't use
Yes, I done use his service.
Okay.
And my husband has too.
Okay.
And
I have as well. They're my boys.
Right. Okay. That's what's up.
And I can swear by his services. I mean, he really put something in me to drive me forward. You know what I'm saying? To help me believe back in myself, because I had a lot of self-doubt, a lot of anxiety, a lot of frustration, I was confused about my next steps. And talking to him and going under hypnosis really allowed me to progress. And my husband has just, thank you.
Appreciate it.
I can contest as well. I went to my man Bell at a critical time in my life, and I've been knowing Bell, man. Bell. We went to school. I used to roll with Bell when I was a little G. I was the youngest at the crew ride with the OG. So Bell like big bro. So I really felt like I could talk to him because he already know me like that. You know what I'm saying? The place he's doing, I didn't even know how in deep he really was in that, but I just knew I could go talk to him. So
Right.
he get me out of a real critical time in my life, man, when I was really having a lot of bad negative thoughts. I lost some loved ones and going through a lot of things. And I went to him like, man, look, man, I'm finna start doing some different things, man, and look at the results now, though, like all this music out there, man.
Yeah.
Like, I was under, but you know what I'm saying?
I know. Yeah.
And on the piggyback, he did my boys as well, and guess what? They went on to win 2 state championships, by the way.
That's awesome.
Appreciate it.
So, you know what I'm saying? We have great results, man, and I contest for that.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah. So please put this as a part of your mental health, include it as a part of your mental health, and reach out.
We've been preaching.
Yeah.
We actually been promoting that a lot
Definitely.
this year.
Yeah, mental health is definitely important.
Really important.
Yeah.
It's the most important.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I work with athletes. What Rob was saying.
Okay. Take
I
us
work
down
with
that lane.
athletes, helping athletes concentrate, focus, giving that tunnel vision, whether it be football, basketball. Even if I never played golf, I can help you with your golf swing.
Now
You just tell me how you want to swing. That's what
you
I
say
put in
you
your
work
mind.
with kids. Have you worked with with kids like, let's say age range from 6 to 18?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Have you worked with like groups of kids or just specific kids?
I've done groups. I've individual sessions. When I worked with Rod's sons, I think for the first time that was a group session. But yeah, I do individual sessions with kids. Like I said, as long as they can follow my direction, and they willing to work with me, I can work with them. Even people that's been skeptics, like, you're not going to put me under. It's not going to happen. 5 seconds, they be gone. You feel what I'm saying? It's all about concentrating and focus.
And it's not about me having control over you or me making you quack like a duck, or that's stage hypnosis. This is for healing purposes, mental health, and to get rid of the negative thought patterns that we all have. We all have negative thoughts in our mind, whether we want to admit it or not. And those would I help you alleviate once you tell me what they are, because I can't help you unless you let me know what they are. So. Right. Definitely. But yeah, I've been very successful working with athletes, just helping with their focus in school, in the classroom, first and foremost, and on the court or on the field. Just, you know, you telling me what you want to do, what you want to do better, how's the coach telling you to do it. Those are things I write down. So once you go into trance, those are things I put in your mind. And you'll see an immediate effect over the way they think, feel, and behave when it's over. Yeah.
So do you service just the triad area?
Oh, nah. I've been traveling with it lately. I've been working in Northern California a lot this year. I have a couple clients out there. I work with one young gentleman. He's actually in high school now, but I've been working with him ever since he was in middle school, helping him focus. A lot of kids have test anxiety. Like, they'll study all night. They know the material, but when it's time for them to take the test, they forgot it all. They get nervous. That's called test anxiety. So I help a lot of children with that. Just helping them out with their memory, the focus, all of that. You know, because everything, like I said, it all starts in the mind. The mind controls the body.
So how can someone want your service? How can they get in touch with you? How can they reach you?
Okay, my website is www.hypnoworks.org. I'm also on YouTube. You can find me on TikTok, either Belvin, Jessup, or Hypnoworks. I'm on all platforms. You can set up an appointment. I have a page on my website where you can just shut your information in there, and it'll email me, and I'll call you back. Hit me up on Facebook, Instagram, all of that. So yeah, I've been doing a lot of work. Like I said, all over Philly. I go to do some sessions in Philly, DC, California. Been traveling around, and plus I do it virtually. A lot of my clients I've never met before. I have a lot of clients in Phoenix, Miami. Never even met them before, but I've helped them. Matter of fact, me and Brittany's sessions, she wasn't with me in the room. She was virtual. She was at home. I was at home. So I don't have to be in the room. That's another misconception to do it. Long as you can hear my voice and I can see how you breathing and you in a quiet place, I can do it wherever. You know, so yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And it's not short-term results. It's long-term. Like, he hypnotized my husband over, how many years ago was it? Almost
3, 4, when I first started doing it.
Yeah. And I mean, we're still seeing the positive results from that. I mean, and it's getting better and better, you know, with him. And even with me, remember you had reached out to me about this podcast a long time ago, and I had my own mess. You know what I'm saying? But I'm telling you, I've been able to get past a lot of things, and it's manifested.
Yeah. That's what's up. I applaud you, man, for changing lives like that, man. I mean, for the better. I also wanted to. I had on my notes. I was going to ask you, do you service postpartum? We was talking about this on the Ken and G, where you keep experiencing traumatic shit and not getting over it.
PTSD.
Yeah. PTSD.
Definitely.
Can you take me down that lane? Do you service that?
Oh yeah. Because trauma is a form of hypnosis, whether you know it or not, or not. Like, let's say I had a family member that was traumatized from being in too many car accidents. So they had a fear of driving. It's a trauma they went through, you know, experiencing the crash, the bag coming out, hitting them in the face, you know, things that they was traumatized by the experience. So you have to help them alleviate the trauma by getting them to relax, focus, knowing that it was just something that happened at the time, you know, get them over the phobia. I help people with phobias. But PTSD, you know, living in a black community, we all have certain forms of PTSD. Hearing gunshots at night, being pulled over by the cops, not knowing if we're going to come home that night. So we all have PTSD, whether we know it or not. So it's just learn how to relax, focus, concentrate, know that you're safe.
And it's crazy. You know, it's crazy because it's like, even though I know my tag straight and everything, But if a cop get behind me, well, you still get. I still be like,
right.
I be like, wait a minute, I don't got nothing on me. I don't got nothing on me. I don't got nothing on me.
Yeah.
PTSD.
Okay.
And since we was talking about
Let me turn. Let me just move. Let me get out his way.
Right. And since we was talking about Philly, imagine, I don't know if you check the murder rate in places like Philly, Chicago, but imagine the kids that growing up in those environments. That's PTSD.
Hey,
that's a war zone.
Yo,
that you living in.
Shout out to Philly, man. Shout out to Philly. I was staying with a young lady in Talcahuano Projects. That's off of Frankfurt Ave. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
I used to go to the Donut Queen, and I cut at this barber shop right there on Frankfurt.
Right.
So
Northeast.
I know all about it. You know what I mean?
Right,
I used to catch the L train downtown, the 112 in Chestnut. I used to cut right there too.
The elevator
downtown.
train. Yep.
But to take it back to that, how I got in that situation, I got messed up with my job. I was, partying a little too hard. So they was like, look, you can't come up here in this market. We got to send you back to Philly. You know what I'm saying? And you get yourself straight, and you come on back. So they was like, you got to go to this AA Anonymous thing, for 30 days probation. I only made it one day. I went in there, man, and to hear the stories these people are going through will crush you.
Yeah.
I mean, will crush you, man. And for me to stand up and be like, I was just partying a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Right. There's some people out here that got it worse.
Man, got it bad, man. And I felt so ashamed just to even be in there.
Right. And it goes back to my past. I spent 17 years working in mental health, so everything that I learned in mental health, doing assessments and things, I incorporate that with this business as well. And the last job I had was a substance abuse counselor. So I used to run AA groups and narcotics. Yeah, I used to run those groups.
So, because it was right. It was, and the building was right there in the middle of the project. They had the project. They had the ball court and everything, and the rec center was right there in the middle.
I know what you're talking about. And that area that you're talking about, if you pull it up on YouTube, that's zombie land. That's where all the heroin addicts they look just like zombies walking down the street.
They doing this stuff called churn, where it's embalming fluid. They dipping they blunts and they cigarettes in embalming fluid and smoking them. So it'll give you an effect of a zombie. You will be literally walking around like you got shit in your clothes.
Either that or the heroin.
Or like you done got like you just got dipped in 30 below water. And then put you on the island.
Right.
That's how you will be looking.
Right.
Straight up.
Imagine you a kid, you got to walk past that every day. That's
every day, man. And it's real, man.
Yeah, it's real. It's real,
man.
It's real.
So how rare is it of what you're doing? Like, how many people that you know? Is a lot of people that's doing what you're doing with the hypno work?
That's a good question, Ra.
This is a good business to get into.
It is. My sessions.
I never heard. I mean,
my sessions are, and this is my low rate right now. It's $250 a session.
Okay.
30 minutes is $125. I can even do a 15-minute session for $65 because it doesn't take me long to put you in a trance. 2 or 3 minutes, you there. But the 60-minute sessions, of course, I'm gonna do a lot of healing work. Another thing that I do, I want to bring up. I do Reiki. Reiki is a Japanese art of self-healing. Like people in the church used to call it laying on your hands, but I'm dealing with your chakras, put hands on you, help you align your chakras. I might can tell if one is off course. There's 7 main chakras. You got your crown, you got your third eye, you got your throat, you got your heart.
So you be sticking needles in there?
Oh no, that's acupuncture. No, okay. I don't really actually touch you. That's the thing about my service. I have a massage table and people lay down, but I don't even touch it. But you feel the heat coming from my hands. You feel the healing energy because the energy is projected out the hands. That's why your mother used to tell you never point at somebody.
Right.
When you point at somebody, you're projecting energy to them, and usually it's negative. It's a point.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah,
that's interesting.
Yeah, energy comes from your hands and your feet, out your hands and your feet. So yeah, that's what I deal with in Reiki, and I do another. I'm also certified in neuro-linguistic programming, which is very related to hypnotherapy.
It's kind of off.
Go ahead. I like the off questions.
Check
Think
this
outside
out.
the box.
Check this out. Have you started up a car yet? With the
Kevin Gates. Did you pull a Kevin Gates?
No.
Can you do that?
But I have stopped someone from having a panic attack. You know, this has been a funny year for me. I've sat on a plane going to California, and a lady, she never rode on the plane before. She was going crazy. Oh, the engine is started.
Oh, Lord.
I was like, oh, she gonna be
Don't do
tripping
that.
the
Don't do
whole
that. Kick her
5-hour
off.
flight.
Kick
I told
her
her I
off.
was a hypnotherapist,
Yeah.
and she was like, oh, for real? And I was like, yeah, I can help you. She was gone. She was
gone.
She was sitting there, and then when I woke up, the
Thank
rest
the
of the plane
Lord.
ride, she was happy.
I know that was clapping for your ass.
The people on the plane was happy, But it's been a lot of situations like that this year where, like I said, I help people just
Making everybody
a panic attack. They
They
just,
probably would have had to put you on the loudspeaker
Right.
and be like, everybody count down from 10 with me. 10, 9, 8, 7.
Yeah. Definitely.
That's right.
That's what's
So,
up,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
That's cool, man, that you was able to do that, man.
Yeah,
that you
yeah.
was there for her like that.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Okay. So, what made you do the Japanese thing?
Ooh.
Or was just something to put on the plate?
Well, I was introduced into what you call energy arts, energy healing. They call it Shindao. It's martial arts, but it's not martial arts for fighting. It's internal and external martial arts, dealing with chi. Chi is your life force energy that they teach in Chinese medicine that surrounds us. There's the blood flow. Wherever your blood flows,
Yeah.
your chi flows.
Okay.
So chi is all about life force energy. So I studied that doing Tibetan Wakrane Tai Chi techniques, Qigong, which is a standing meditation. So that's how I learned about chi work, and that's why I incorporated in the things that I do.
So would your chi would be considered the power that your soul have, or is that the representation of your soul?
Yes, I would agree with that. I like the statement. Yeah, it's a manifestation of your soul, definitely. Because it's your soul deals with your life. You gotta
Because
you have a life force.
I know I'm in this body,
Right.
and I know I'm
Right. So
but-
yeah, definitely. That's your chi. It's other words. In Japanese they call it ki, and in Hinduism they call it prana. But it's all dealing with your breath. As long as you're breathing, you're alive, and as long as you're alive, you have chi. It's a technique that I do called past life regression, where I can take you to your past life. I can actually take you to your past life, put you under. Yeah, it's called past. Look it up. I don't make this stuff up. It's called past life regression. Matter of fact, I got somebody on my page where it's a brother in New Jersey. And peace to the brother Dave. If you're watching this, I put him. I did a past life regression on him and taped it. And he was in his car. He was actually Ubering. He pulled over by the. He was in New York. I was in North Carolina. And I did a past life regression with him. I got that on my YouTube page. But yeah, past life regression. I can take you a past life or even a future life.
Now
I can help you out with that
a
dream.
future life. Oh Lord, now check this out. Hold on now. Okay, now I'm gonna tell you about this one. I dreamt that I kept having a reoccurring dream that I was running a ball. Okay, I was back in high school again. I was in high school. It was crazy, but the campus was my middle school, Wiley Middle School. And I had one more year left, you know what I'm saying, to play. And I literally kept dreaming this dream. And I had a midlife crisis when I turned 35. I said, you know what, man? I'm gonna go out for the Winston-Salem Thunder. Arena ball, fuck it. And I did it, right? I went out, right? Peeping now. I went out.
I want to know the end of this.
I went out.
Right.
No, I went out for the shit. And some of the coaches I played against. Some of the other coaches were coaches of high schools who I played against.
Right.
So they're like, what the hell that nigga doing out here?
You came to play.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But they know what I guess they knew what I, so, you know, I go over here, they have 2 different sessions, right? They have the county fair session, and then they have skills where they put you in game situations, right? And so they dropping cats, left and right. I'm going through this county fair, and I'm begging them to call my name, because I couldn't take it. I was out there trying to keep up with these young boys, right? And I'm like, what the? I'm having second guessing myself. Like, I was supposed to be out here. I just ran the 40 and a 49. I never ran no 40 and no. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm running line, and you know, I got to get back to myself. And I was trying hard, y'all. Couldn't do it. These young boys was right past me. So they never called my name. I said, they fucking with me. I said, I see what's going on. They making me regret coming out here.
Right.
All right. So they put me in game. So they put me in, all right, this next session was game situation. So they put me in my position where I asked to go. I said, I played fullback. Let me play fullback. You know what I mean? Shit.
35 though. You 35.
I'm 35. Now these boys 24, 18,
Right.
all that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But when they put me in game situation, I knew the feel. I knew exactly where everything was gonna be, how he was gonna be. I already knew his speed, boom, boom, boom. I already lined it up before I even touched the ball. First time they got it, I'm looking at them, they looking down here, I'm already gone. I'm out. So they laughing, but I'm 15 yards down the field. Of course they caught up with me, you know what I'm saying? Cause I ain't as fast as I used to be, you know what I'm saying? Ate my ass up,
You
boom,
were down
boom, boom.
there.
Let's play. Went out for a little pass play, caught it, boom, outside, boom. Game situation, right? They was like, fucking get caught on the middle again. Why they do that? Scored. Fucked around. They said, brother, you made it. Hand me my contract. I said, get the fuck out of here. Didn't I was like, yo.
Just wait for it.
With them dreams.
Amazing.
Dreams though, right?
It was amazing.
You
it
was
was
having those
amazing.
dreams, though,
yeah,
right?
but I was having those dreams
Right.
before it happened to me.
Right.
I'm long-winded, y'all, but I was saying to say that that's why I asked that question. What are these reoccurring futuristic dreams or thoughts that I be having?
Y'all messages from your subconscious. That's why they call it the subconscious. You got your conscious, but your sub means under, like submarine. So when you're going under your conscious, you're going into what they call your shadow self or the dark self or things of that nature. But you're finding out what the true root origin of the thought is. So a lot of times when you're having a dream, you're actually dreaming 6 or 7 dreams at the same time. You think it's one dream when you wake up. That's why you might have been at your middle school, but it was really your high school. You feel what I'm saying when you were saying that? Because you're having 8 dreams simultaneously all at once. Because you got to think about it. We're here, but at the same time, our thoughts can be somewhere else, even right now, as we're doing the podcast. You feel what I'm saying? I might be thinking about my kids, but I'm talking to you consciously. So your mind has the capability of doing more than one thing at once. So those dreams are just a sign of thoughts that's coming from your subconscious. You feel what I'm saying? So those are things in a session that I would, if you wanted
I got
to,
you.
definitely.
I'm definitely gonna hit you up, brother.
Right.
I'm definitely getting that. You see, I'm getting it in. And I'm swinging it back on around because I ain't gonna teach you.
Right.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Anything we're gonna treat you. But anyway, I was saying that I was diagnosed with the sleep apnea thing. Now, is that like a physical thing, or is that partial? Is that mental, all the way halfway mental, or
It can be
because I can,
genetics. If it was somebody in your family that used to snore a lot, you could have inherited that. It could be food. It could be thoughts.
Eating the wrong foods before bed, upsets not only your stomach, it's gonna upset your thoughts. That's why your parents would say don't eat certain foods because it's gonna bring certain nightmares and certain thoughts into your mind. So what you eat, what you think, that's what you're gonna take with you when you go into that dream state. You feel what I'm saying? And we all go into the dream state to rest. They say get 8 hours of rest, but that's your mind never stops working, but your body has to rest. So your mind keeps going. So all those thoughts that you was having throughout the day, your mind is still, that's why they say never sleep with the TV on, because you'll wake up wanting a Whopper and you wonder why, because that commercial went on 5 times while you was asleep. Your mind never stops recording and doing things. That's why you gotta be constant and aware of what you're feeding your mind, because if you feed your mind the wrong thing, you're gonna get the wrong actions. You see what I'm saying? So it's important what you feed your mind, but your dreams are all coming from your subconscious. And it could be different thoughts. You just have to, figure out, why you're dreaming these things and why these things keep on coming up. And that's a whole other study.
I got a minor theory.
Uh-oh.
Tell me what you think.
Okay, I got you.
All right, now,
You having a session.
when you go to no, listen now. When you go to sleep, I've always thought that okay, I'm shutting down from this world. Now I'm waking up into my other world. Like, am I in another body? You know what I'm saying? While I'm sleeping, because I done left this body. Because now you tired now, so I gotta go somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Do I go into another body, and is that what? And I go and experience that day with that body, and then I come back, and then is that maybe my dream from that body that I was in?
I got you.
Type shit.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
I see where you going with that.
Make the Jerry curl for me.
So what we're energy dwelling within a form. This body will have to rest one day. This body is what we look at when we go to a funeral. But the person that's in you, that's your personality, that's your laugh, that's your thoughts, that's not there anymore in the cemetery.
Right.
So your energy in a form. So that form that you go to when you go to sleep, you change forms. Energy can't be created nor destroyed. It just changes form. That's science. It just changes form. So in your dream, you could be something totally different. You don't even need this body, because the body is just temporary.
Right.
People put so much emphasis on the body, but the body is just temporary. It just holds our energy in. But you can go to there's a thing called remote viewing. Real thing. Look it up. Anything I say, I tell people, don't believe me, look it up. Remote viewing is where I can be here and I can see you in Egypt. I can see you in China. I can see you in Greensboro. I can see you in San Francisco. I can sit here, meditate, get into a meditative state of mind, and remotely
So
view
that's
you.
like having that damn iPhone to somebody. I mean,
FaceTiming.
Where do you think they got the idea for all that technology from? Your mind is the computer. They're selling it to you now, but you have your own computer already built in. God gave you the computer.
Damn.
You feel what I'm saying? But iPhone and all that, they give you a phone with data, it gives you a phone with memory. You have old photos, and those are all in your mind. So the computer is just a replica of your mind. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
And whatever computer can do, your mind can do faster. But they don't teach us that. You feel what I'm saying? They'd rather sell you something than you use the powers that you have within.
They're saying now that they found a way that you can live forever by uploading your conscience in a simulated computer. So wherever you want to be, wherever you want to do in life. Is that possible?
It's definitely possible, but that's to me, that's wicked. That's dealing with wickedness, because you're not here to live forever. And that's the same thing when people joke about the movie Get Out that had hypnosis in it. That's what they was trying to do in Get Out. Remember, they was trying to take his organs out of his body and put them into the other people's body so they can live forever. You feel what I'm saying? So this has always been going on. You know, people who trying to just cheat life and just live forever, and they don't care if they take your body parts to make them live
Instead
forever.
of going through the process
Instead of going through the
being
process of life and death. And,
Okay.
So science has gone too
So
far. with a lot of things.
okay, so that brings it all back around to you saying when you were talking about earlier the reincarnation thing. Okay, so is that man's way of reincarnation?
Trying to trick themselves into believing that they can live forever. They can be immortal. You see what I'm saying? Trying to trick themselves, the rich and the wealthy, they want their money to last forever. They want to make decisions for other people forever. They call that the 1%. So yeah, those people want to live because they don't want they're so focused on power, they don't want their power to be depleted. So if I die, then my power, my children might not make the same decisions that I make. So I want to make sure I'm here so I can make those decisions and ensure that things go the way that I want them to go. But you're being in too much control. Now you're playing God. You know what I'm saying? You're playing God and you're not God. And all the technology that you're giving, you really don't care about the poor people. You really just care about my life. You feel what I mean? Making my life better. I want to live forever. And even if I take from those people who are unfortunate, long as I live forever, because to me, I'm the one that's making, that's ego, that's arrogance, that's, vanity. It's a lot of things, that we talked about going back to our church days. You feel what I'm saying? Or any religion deals with unrighteousness. So there's people out here definitely that's trying to use what I call tricknology.
Ooh.
You feel what I'm saying? They trying to.
I know about tricknology.
Right, they trying to do certain things to make them live forever. Like you said, use technology, artificial intelligence, like Brittany was saying. But really, are those things making our lives better, or are they making our lives worse? You got to really think about it. Is technology making us lazy, or is making us more productive? You feel what I'm saying? I remember back in the day when my moms used to have a problem with the remote. Like, go get up and turn the TV. And this back in the day. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, that remote is going to make you
lazy.
You're just going to sit there and just be turning channels. No, get up and turn the channel. She used to make me get up and turn for her. She had the remote. But that's parenting. Like, nah, you got to get up and do something. You know what I'm saying? Because artificial intelligence is putting you in that virtual world, and that virtual world is not real. But they want to make you think it's real, to the point that they selling houses in a virtual world. I want to get a house beside you, but that world ain't even real.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you're putting too much emphasis on what's not real and start helping people doing what the reality, living in the realm of reality, like we all should be. You feel what I'm saying? So,
That's what's up, bro. That's what's up, man. Damn. Any shout outs you want to give, man?
Shout outs. I shout out the whole planet Earth, all civilized people of the planet Earth, all human families of the planet Earth. I'm a hometown Winston-Salem person, so shout out to Winston-Salem, Trey Foe. Right. Shout out to the Rams, Winston-Salem State. Shout out to everyone who has supported me over the years. I've been doing this for like 5 or 6 years now. Shout out to everybody supporting, tell me keep going. Just the love is there. Just shout out to everyone, haters and everybody. I even shout out to the haters. Because if you don't have no haters, you ain't popping. That's what they say.
No doubt, man.
It's called dirty talk.
You're not gonna pull them
It's called dirty talk. But I heard it was a young lady I was supposed to work on today, but she didn't come for whatever reason. So next time maybe y'all can have me out here and I can work with somebody in front of you.
Sonny, you can run, but you can hide. Now, you did mention this
hole, buddy. Oh, down the rabbit hole.
Brittany don't. I've never told Brittany about this.
This.
I'm gonna learn this technique.
Orgasm technique that you can. For a session. 250. The game is sold.
30 minutes, 125, 15 minutes, 65.
Listen, the game is sold and never told.
That's right.
But my boy know how to whisper, speak dirty talk in that ear, and make you fraudulent.
Without even touching.
But you know what the crazy thing is? I don't even talk dirty to him. It's them doing everything.
They doing it.
So
They do it everything
Oh,
in their
my-
mind.
for
I just
real.
get them to imagine whatever. Imagine where the orgasm starts and just elevate it and just keep on pulling it out of
My
them to
boy
the
don't
point.
got no game. They just understand the story.
Yeah. So
They just hand it to him like, watch it. Nas. That was the Nas line. I had to give it to him.
I can do it in groups.
You got group sessions?
I can do
So,
group sessions.
okay, group
I can do
sessions.
group sessions with that.
Hey, tell them where they can find you at again, man. Tell them where they can find you at.
www.hypnoworks.org. That's my website. I'm also on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram.
I want to learn this class.
So yeah. I haven't been able to. That was a technique that I've been doing for a while, but I haven't been able to really showcase that technique because I didn't want to. It's really not about. It's not sexual because, like I said, it's a mind thing. So
Okay.
it's a technique that I do for women. Women are internal, while men are external.
Gotcha.
So women can have an internal orgasm without being touched or whatever. It's just their mind that can stimulate the organs in their body. Orgasm.
Is that,
There's a
I kind of wonder, is that unfair? But if we have that, when we go crazy, could we handle that as men?
Whew, I haven't seen it done on a man before. I've never seen it be done. I was gonna.
No, I'm talking about having an internal orgasm.
That's possible. There's things that I've studied called Tantra Yoga where they teach men how to have
You getting
internal
all
orgasms.
them damn yogas, don't you?
This the thing. This is the thing. When you talk about the past, the present, and the future, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I've been like this way before the internet. Bro, I tell you. Like,
Okay.
way back in the day, I was talking about magic, sex magic, yoga, YouTube, Tai Chi. Like, I've way before YouTube, I've been talking about stuff like this. Black history, I've always been like this. So this is like 30 years of experience you really actually getting when
Right.
you come messing with
Okay,
me.
damn, that's what's
Because I'm
up.
combining everything that I've learned into what helps you, because I'm all about the results. I can hypnotize anybody, but it's the results. I want somebody to say, yo, that man, I don't have anxiety no more. Depression, he helped me focus. Like, that's what I want. Like him, yeah, he did that. You
Yeah,
feel what I'm saying? That's what I pride myself
Yeah, I'm
on.
definitely
So-
booking a session with you, bro. That's my word.
I think that'd be good.
That'll be great for me. You know what I'm saying?
And maybe I might show you that one. So when you with your young lady, you could.
Yes, you know, that could add to the repertoire.
Right.
Le croix.
Right. But it's a real thing. I haven't been able to show anybody.
Yeah, I'm
A lot of the
saying.
women that got it.
Boy, I ain't about shit. Back home.
Appreciate it.
Listen, man. Listen, y'all. Take y'all ass to YouTube. Don't stare, but share. Like and subscribe to Dirty Talk Pod 336. Leave a comment. Say hey, bye. I don't care. Do something.
That's right.
Do something with your life. You know what I'm saying? And we love you. Y'all could have been anywhere in the world but out here with our stinking asses.